Founder collaboratives, especially for a fund like Astraea, important for us to be participating in a larger community, particularly such as women's funds or progressive funds. It brings our unique angle of issue to a larger conversation. That's one, I think it's important for any particular fund that has a very specific interest. And also, its collaboration also enlarge the scope of the work. Because one fund can be focusing on one particular issue, and other funds or other foundations might bring in other expertise and geographic knowledge. So I think it helps with the scope of the work. The one collaboration I was thinking about is the Women's Fund collaboration we recently got into, and it is women's foundations working together as public foundations. We give away money, we support communities, at the same time we raise money to do our work. And so at the beginning, I think when we got into the collaboration, it was actually a suggestion of a founder. We feel somehow on the edge a bit about competitiveness, either towards the one single donor or in general, because we do need to fundraise to fund the same community to do our work. So there's definitely this sense of competitiveness. And but through the collaboration, we are able to pass through that edge and being able to build another level of trust. Evaluation work is very critical. And one way of being able to systematically evaluate our work and being able to show how much progress we are able to make through this collaboration, it's important to have baseline data. Being able to upfront at the beginning of project to generate this standardized baseline data, and at the end being able to compare using the end data to compare to the baseline data to evaluate our progress. The kind of information that will be generated through a collaboration, and it's a knowledge production process, and there will be a lot of knowledge produced information, and it's very valuable information because it's an exchange of ideas and collective effort. So those information, those knowledge should not just sit there and not being archived and being accessible. And it's important upfront for us being able to set a guideline and set some agreement about where the information will sit, where the archival information will sit after the collaboration. It's really critical to be able to celebrate milestones. It's a lot of hard work, and then along the way, different organizations have different culture, and and each staff member is also putting a lot of effort into it. I think it's important to honor those effort and energy. Sometimes we call it invisible work because it's kind of not sort of the central work of our everyday work within the each entity, each foundation. But then it's also so critical. It's a multiple importance in terms of the field, in terms of the being able to provide increased support for our grantee partners. A lot of the work are invisible. It's important to being able to set milestones or recognize milestones, and being able to say provide a ceremony, like a type of celebration. And I think that also increase the sense of community and increase the sense of trust. Our work is not about having the victory by myself. It's a victory of a whole society. So it's a process of being able to bring along everyone. So I think that's really critical for us to as much as possible do this work in a collaborative way.